Hello, this is a Feurich 122, brand new, just come into stock. Just taking a look at it to see if there's anything that we could improve on it. As it's jutting out slightly, I thought it would be an opportunity to feast on the back of a Feurich. What we're looking for here is close grain on the soundboard. I don't know if I'll be able to show it on the video, but good resonant soundboards have very close grain, and this one has as close as you can possibly get. Like top quality violins too, I'm not really a violin expert, but from the one day lesson I had, I understand that close grain is what you're particularly looking for. Sorry, that was a lesson on violin construction, not playing. I realised that might be misinterpreted there. I've never played the violin really. I used to play the cello. Now, as we showed before, we're making as soon as it comes in, this check sheet just to see what I think of the piano, and light voicing and regulation. The set off, we'll have a look at that, see if it could get any closer. And some of the hammers I've voiced already, you can see the ones that are crossed out here that were a bit bright. Before I open the piano out, this is a brass model, by the way. There's also a chrome one which we've got in stock, but it's in the workshop area. And to listen to the bass, comparing it with the Yamaha bass. Now here's a Yamaha used U1, a very good piano, but the same sort of price range. Has a nice tone, but I think the Feurich has a bit more interesting sound, a bit more resonant. So the Feurich. And the Yamaha. Of course, these aren't brand new strings. This is a 70s Yamaha, but in the price range it's what's available, because obviously new Yamahas are much dearer. Now, taking a look at the inside, we've mentioned this many times. I won't make this video very long, but just thought it would be good to have a video of it as it's just arrived in. But you can lift this off very easily. We've said this beautifully designed pianos for technicians, these are as well. You can almost do this one-handed, though normally you'd use two hands, but it certainly pulls out very simply, as opposed to how you have to unscrew, say, like the Yamaha one. Not that it makes that much difference, but we've said before that you can tell that Feurich's really trying to serve the technician. Now, what we're looking for on new pianos is how much have they been voiced. Pre-voicing's done down here, as we said before, on this part to make it soft. So I'm just going to dig my nail in to see how soft it is, and beautifully soft. So that should be soft down there, gives it a bounce then, and then as we move up should get harder. That's reasonably hard there. No liquid on the hammers, we don't really want that because it's hard to work on them afterwards. And then at the end of the hammer, you just have to lightly voice the end of the hammer, and the tone of these is as good as we'd expect it to be. Just a little bit of brightness here and there, but you can always work on tone to try and perfect it. That was a bit brighter, so plenty of work to do. It never ends really. And the other thing is the set off here. I did feel that it could be a bit closer. I didn't notice whether the dampers were coming off. No, they're coming off together about halfway or just past, which is perfect. Let's have a look at the bass dampers, because we want those to come off. Sometimes we find that Feurichs do need a bit of regulation. They're coming off slightly later. That is really encouraging. That's just what we want, because the damper springs are heavier on the bass dampers, so we want them to be a bit later so the action doesn't feel heavier. So that's very well set up. A lot of new pianos aren't so well set up, unfortunately, but Feurich's consistency now has got really consistent, so that's encouraging. Let's press the hammer towards the string and see how far we get. It sets off a bit too early for me, I think. Well, we'll try and get that setting off a bit later and see if we can manage to do so. So it's just a matter of regulating the set off button, which you can see better here, I think. So I want to turn the set off button so that it sets off a bit later, so anti-clockwise, and we've turned it managed to turn it for half a turn. So turned it half a turn. I tried it full turn, it was really not performing properly, so half a turn. It makes quite a difference to the touch if you want to play quietly. So let's have a look at B there. Try and play quietly, and C. Let's play them both together and see if we can. Here we are. so you can play C quietly than B, pushing them both together. So that obviously is the kind of perfection you get on top quality piano, trying to go as perfect as we possibly can. Now the general tone of the piano. Tremendous break point. Very fruity tenor. This is why we like Feurich so much. To me the tone is really unsurpassed by any new piano actually, and so for the price it's tremendous value. So that's an assessment of a Feurich 122 upright piano, just come into stock today. Just seeing if there's any way it can be improved, and there are some improvements to make. We're always trying to, just as Feurich are always trying to improve their own pianos, we're trying to improve on top of them as well. Sometimes there's adjustments to make that are very obvious, and this one it's just slight refinements to the tone. That one's brighter, for instance, so we mark this on the spread on the worksheet when we're playing it, and then well, you can voice uprights as you go along, because you can reach in and voice them, though the Celeste is in the way. But the touch, 48 to 51 grams range I measured it at, and it's really, as I say, they're getting better and better. We're trying to perfect them as well. Very impressed by the tone of this one. And we want to make it play slightly more sensitively, so just a slight adjust of the setos will be improving the touch slightly. Thank you very much for listening. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm mentioning on all the videos now that if you aren't able to get in and play the piano yourself, we can assure you that these pianos are as good as you'll get, and we will refine them as much as we can, but this one is perfect. Just as I say, trying to get the touch a little bit better, and the tone a little bit more even. But if you buy remotely, then you can be assured, if you don't like the piano for any reason, we'll always change it. I can't really get off the piano, but I've got to make a video of other pianos, so I better stop. Thank you very much.